there's a thing called generational trauma or generational tendencies, right? And I wanted to touch on this because the number one cause of dysfunction, I believe, in this country right now is addiction, whether it's alcohol, prescription pills, any opiate of any kind, right? The effects it has on the child, on the person being brought up in a household like that with a parent or both parents that have addictions, and they don't care about hiding it, or they just live dysfunctional lives, creating dysfunctional children. The kids and the people that grew up that way end up suffering the most, and over time that pain and that suffering that they go through needs something to cover it, right? Something to fill it. It becomes this empty hole that they feel in their heart or in their soul. And it's even worse when the parents separate. um, at that point it's an even bigger hole. They don't get the attention and the love that a child needs, or a teenager needs, or someone that's going through their developmental stages, right? And to fill that hole and that need, they start to take on addictions. And it may be the same drug, it may be a different drug, or it may be a mixture of them. And it's just a cycle that keeps repeating over and over again. And you need to try and recognize if you've been caught in this, if you've grown up in a household like that, that the likelihood of you falling into that same addiction is higher than if somebody grew up in without addictions in their generational roots, right? In their family, which is their parents, their grandparents, and even further on. And having this knowledge is gonna empower you and give you a different perspective on why addiction is so entrenched in your family, right? And hopefully you can be the first one to break that curse, to break that generational trauma and cycle that keeps happening in your family.